Hey, it's Abby, and today I'm going to be making some changes to the desk area in my home office to streamline it a little bit and make it work better for me. I've had a lot of requests for a desk organization video, so I hope you'll stick around to see how it turns out. Also, a huge thanks to Cricut for partnering with me on my desk organization project. Now, it wasn't that my desk was a complete disaster. I had put these organizing systems in place about 4 years ago, so some of them were just due for a little update. There were several items in the drawers that I really didn't use that I wanted to get out of there and declutter a bit. I didn't love how the items in the big drawer slid around anytime I would open or close it. And the bottom drawer had become a junk drawer of sorts, so I definitely wanted to clear that up. While I was at it, I wanted to clear some things off of the surface of the desk to give me more room to work and utilize some vertical storage on the wall instead. The first thing I wanted to do was clear out the desk and sort through the items in it to see what I was working with. I separated items by type and got rid of or relocated anything I no longer used near my desk. Once I had measured my drawers and saw what I was working with, I was able to make some decisions about storage and containment. I always try to figure out what items I need to organize before I decide what bins or dividers I'll use to organize them. I ended up going with these individual clear bins that come in multiple shapes and sizes so that I could mix and match them to get the exact storage combination I was looking for. Once I had decided what went where, I wanted to make labels for the bins so everyone who uses the items in the drawer would know exactly where to put it back. Not that anyone in my family would ever not put things back where they go or anything. I actually got a new fun tool that I was excited to try out for this project, a Cricut Joy. I have had a larger Cricut cutting machine, the Cricut Explorer, for a little while now, and the Joy is like its cute little cousin. It's perfect for smaller projects like labeling. I will link my machine and all of the other supplies I'm using for this project in the blog post that I've shared in the comments below. As with my larger cutting machine, I created my design in Cricut software and then sent it to the Joy to cut out. A nice perk of the Joy is that it can use smart vinyl, which doesn't need a cutting mat, which allows it to cut longer designs if necessary. Once my designs have been cut, I remove any excess vinyl and use transfer tape to place them on the bottoms of my containers. I usually do worded labels, but I decided to do pictures instead this time, and they turned out pretty cute, I think. It makes for a fun surprise when you lift up the items in the bin and see the pretty colorful label underneath, and there's never any question as to where things belong. After everything is labeled, it's time to prep my drawers. I use some contact paper with a marble-like pattern at the bottom of each drawer to protect the piece of furniture, and so it looks pretty too. The labeled bins can go into the drawer, and the items can be placed in their designated spot. I put the majority of my office supplies in the largest drawer. The small top drawer was the perfect size to hold my Cricut cutting mats. And the bottom drawer has a divider for my snack stash and a few more office supplies, along with a spot for my clipboards that I grab often as I'm doing work around the house. When I was sure I had everything where I wanted it, I used clear museum gel to adhere the bins to the drawer liner so they wouldn't slide around. Once my drawers were situated, I wanted to make a few tweaks to the area above the desk. I added an acrylic weekly calendar, which also has some organizers built into it. I wanted to label the organizers as well, and again, turned to my Cricut Joy. This time, I decided to use Smart Label writable vinyl to make the labels easier to see since they wouldn't have a solid background like the drawer bins. For this type of vinyl, I first load one of Cricut's colorful pens into the Joy. The machine writes out my label for me and then prompts me to remove the pen and add the blade instead. The Joy then cuts out around the design it had drawn, leaving me with a perfect, beautiful label. I peel the labels off my sheet and add them to my bins, and they're ready to go. One bin holds pens and pencils. The other will act as my inbox for paperwork that I need to take action on. We also added a few more accessories to the wall, like some art and a floating shelf, which holds some of the notebooks that I use often and also becomes the perfect spot to store my Cricut Joy for easy access. I am now able to keep my desktop a lot clearer, which gives me a lot more space to work. And my drawers are organized neatly, holding everything I need to have close by and nothing that I don't. I'm excited to get to work in my newly organized space. I'm always amazed at how much having an organized space can positively impact my productivity. It's been really fun making videos again this year. If you'd like to see more videos from my channel, be sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Thank you so much for watching. Happy organizing!